Shalom, family. Shalom. Good to see you all. Had a little problem getting in, but I'm in. Oh, man. So we're going to get to Kyle Rittenhouse. He has disappeared. But, this go to show you, these folks think they can all trust each other and everybody's going to do the right thing. And they screw each other over all the time. So apparently, I don't believe he's doing this by himself, neither his mother. They're not doing this by themselves. They got a bunch of people helping them out and hide them out. That's all this is. They feel he didn't do anything wrong, so why should he go to jail? It's that garbage. But they have upped his bail. I don't think they should have a bail, because at this point, isn't he a flight risk? You already proved you can't be trusted. You'll just jump up and disappear. So they are now looking to arrest him again. So at this point, he doesn't necessarily even have to be in the state. It's been enough time for them to just completely disappear altogether. But I'm not surprised. I'm not. I mean, you saw how this whole thing went down from the beginning. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me see. 129. Good. All right. I'm going to share my screen with you. Hey, Loretta, you came here too. What, you want to know what happened to Kyle Rittenhouse too, Loretta? All right. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Shalom. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So, skip that. As you can see, Kyle Rittenhouse, who has been charged with murder, has disappeared. I mean, the family literally, y'all, moved away. They are gone. Okay. I mean, and at this point, shouldn't his mother also be arrested? Remember, as soon as he got out, he was seen at a bar with white supremacists. And I bet every dime in my wallet, they were planning this whole thing out right then and there. But hey, they gave him a bail. He got out. So they're now talking about increasing the bail by $200,000, which I don't know what good that's going to do at this point. You don't even know where he is. And like I said, he doesn't necessarily have to even be in the state, from where he lives. So now Wisconsin prosecutors seek Kyle Rittenhouse arrest and higher bond. So these stories are pretty recent that came out. And they've been talking about his disappearance probably for about a week. Prosecutors, they wanted the judge Wednesday to, get another new arrest warrant for the Illinois teen charged with shooting 3 people, killing 2 of them during a protest over police brutality in Wisconsin, after he apparently violated his bail conditions. Wow. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what they say. It's like, I'm going to do what I want. Kyle Rittenhouse failed to inform the courts of his change of address within 48 hours of moving. Kenosha County prosecutors allege in a motion filed with Judge Bruce Schroeder. The motion asked Schroeder to issue. They wanted an arrest warrant and increase Rittenhouse bail by $200,000. Rittenhouse is charged with multiple counts, including homicide, in connection with the protest in August in Kenosha. The demonstrations began after a white police officer shot Jacob Blake, who is Black, in the back during a domestic disturbance, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down. Prosecutors allege Rittenhouse, who was 17 at the time, responded to a militia call on social media to protect Kenosha businesses from protesters. You know, these people have always been like that, property over people. Yeah, and look at where that got you. A land full of judgment with COVID. Okay, so he opened fire with an assault style rifle, which we know friend gave him that rifle, and he hid it at their house. And that friend has since been arrested. Okay. So Joseph Rosenbaum, Anthony Huber, and Gage Grosskratz. So Rosenbaum and Huber were killed. And we know the one that Grosskreutz, I guess that's his last name, he was wounded, but he survived. Rittenhouse, who was white, fled his home in Antioch, Illinois, but turned himself into the police there the next day. He has maintained that he acted in self-defense after the three men attacked him. Conservatives have railed around him as a symbol for gun rights and pushing back against anti-police protesters. But isn't that amazing? Up at the U.S. Capitol, they were up there fighting those cops, weren't they? But when it comes down to Black people and we start talking about police brutality, we're anti-police. But they didn't have no problem going up to that Capitol, injuring and even killing a cop. Okay? But then they try to slap the anti-police label on Black folks. And what protest went down and Black people killed a cop? None, right? They're the ones that are the cop killers, but they're calling us anti-Black, anti-police. I mean, I just love it. These people are full of crap. Okay, conservatives raised $2 billion to cover his bail, and he walked out of the jail in November. Last month, Rittenhouse was seen drinking at a bar in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, and posing for photos with two men as they made okay signs, which we know is the white power sign, with their hands, a symbol used by white supremacists, according to prosecutors. 5 men at the bar also serenaded Rittenhouse with song that has become the anthem of neo-fascist groups, the Proud Boys. And remember, the leader of the Proud Boys is a proud snitch. Okay, so this is what the prosecutors allege. Rittenhouse is now 18 and still too young to drink. However, he could consume alcohol in a bar under Wisconsin law because he was with his mother. The judge ordered him not to have any contact with white supremacists after that episode. Well, apparently he's not listening, especially if he ran off, you know, and who helped him run off? You know, there's a lot of people involved in this thing. It's just not Rittenhouse and his mother. There's no way. Prosecutors wrote in their motion Wednesday that they learned Rittenhouse was no longer living at his Antioch address after the court mailed him a notice, and it was returned as undeliverable on January 28th. Kenosha detective traveled to the address on Tuesday and discovered another man had rented the apartment, and he has been living there since December. So Kyle Rittenhouse has been gone since December, and they're just realizing it on January 28th. He's long gone. Like I said, I don't even believe he's in the state anymore. So they did not discover until the 28th, but he actually left in November. The prosecutors said in their motion that it's unusual for any homicide defendant to be allowed to roam freely and that the court needs to know where Rittenhouse is at all times. They did not say whether they knew where Rittenhouse currently resides, saying only that he has failed to provide the court with the new address. So they don't know where he is. They don't know where he is, y'all. They don't know where he is. He posted no money, so he has no financial stake in the bond, they wrote. He's already facing the most serious possible criminal charges and life in prison. In comparison, potential future criminal penalties are insignificant. A woman who answered the phone at the office of Rittenhouse attorney Mark Richards had no comment Wednesday. Online court records indicate Richards filed a motion objecting to prosecutors' request. The listing did not include any details or provide access to the documents. So this dude is out there, somebody got him residing somewhere else, probably renting under a fictitious name or somebody else's name, so they're not easy to track down. But wow, I'm not surprised. But you know what? This is what they get. See, when it's us that get locked up, they make sure there's no bond. They make sure you got to sit in jail until the court date, and they don't trust you, right? But with their own, oh, well, just let them out. They paid the bail, and look at what happened. Look at what happened. And they posted, remember, $2 million to get him out. $2 million. But ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you, I think they planned this whole thing out before he even left jail. They had this whole thing planned out from start to finish, getting him out of jail and then relocating him. I don't believe this was one of them spur of the moment things. I think it was already said and done before he got out on bail. They knew exactly what they were going to do. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I don't see how the mother was never locked up in this whole thing. So now if they track him down, so what? You just grab him and not the mother? I mean, that whole thing of excluding the mother has been unbelievable. I don't see how she drove him there, right? She met with him, white supremacists at a bar with her son, but she's not involved in nothing. It just doesn't make any sense. It never made any sense how the mother was excluded. So it's no telling where he is, y'all. But to be honest with you, I don't believe he's in Illinois anymore. I think he's long outside of Illinois, wherever they went. Yeah. You can. I mean, even when I played the video of his mother talking, all she does is make excuses for everything he does. She got an excuse for everything. No accountability. You're right, Cat J. They could be in Mexico. They may not even be in the country anymore. They don't know where he went. And wherever they went, you can best believe nothing is going to be in the mother's name. Nothing is going to be in Kyle's name. It's in somebody else's name. That's why it's not going to be easy to track him down. But one thing, he will slip up and be seen out in public somewhere. They always slip up and be seen somewhere. And sooner or later it will happen. They will slip up and somebody will spot the mother or spot him, or you never know, him and other people. Well, yeah, I heard the My Pillow guy had a 3-hour documentary on voter fraud, and they said the damn thing flopped. Said the documentary flopped. It was not even good. Yeah, you're right. They could be in Canada. It's no telling where they are. I think they will track them down eventually, but I think time will go by before that actually happens. And he should have additional charges on him. I mean, if it was anybody else running from the law, you would have additional charges on you, wouldn't you? Why should he be any different? Yeah, he really is. Yeah, you're right, Vampire Hunter, Greg. He really is. Well, they have border closed to America, but you can still fly there. Why do you think so many Americans right now are in Mexico? Because I mean, the border is technically closed to drive through from here to Canada, but you can drive, like if you're going by car, yeah, those borders are shut, but technically you can still get on a plane and go into Canada and Mexico. People do it all the time. That's why there's so many Americans in Mexico that are staying in Mexico, and they don't want to come back to the US and deal with all the lockdowns and everything that are going on here. And and y'all think about this. Joe Biden is trying to get 11 million immigrants in here. To be honest with y'all, think about it. As bad as COVID is in the country, many of those immigrants are going to get sick. And some of them are going to die. And to be honest with you, I believe many of them are going to turn around and go back home. Because, no matter how bad it is in Mexico or South America, America is still worse than any other country on the planet when it comes down to coronavirus. So I don't think that immigration thing is going to go the way they think. I really don't. It is going to end up actually turning into a big mess, especially if those people come here and get sick. It's going to turn into a nightmare. That's why, when people were giving me those stories, I said, it's not going to turn out the way you think. It sounds good to them, but I'm telling you, it's just not going to work out the way they think it is. Well, I mean, it may be the least important topic to you, but I've covered Kyle Rittenhouse, so it's like an update. I mean, you didn't have to sit through it if you didn't think it was important. So anyway, y'all, I got to set up the Bible study, and then we will that'll probably be like either 3:30, 4 o'clock today. And and then of course, tomorrow I may do another live stream tomorrow under another topic. All right, y'all. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And those of you that come to Bible study, I will see you later. Shalom, family.